सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय, Mahayogi Swami Umanand Saraswati ki jai. Friends, we are going to talk about 5th chapter of Bhagavad Gita today, and the question that we are going to try and answer is how to have, what approach to have to our working life. We are all working, all of us work, and whether we are doctors, engineers, housewives, housemaids, or in defense, in army, or anywhere, we are all working, and therefore work forms a major part of our life, and therefore our approach to the correct approach to work is very essential. Now, what should be our correct approach to work? Basically, one, we have to choose to work in life. Working cannot be stopped. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a job. It doesn't have to be a paying job. But we need to work. All of us need to work. If it's a paid job, yes. Or otherwise also, a work can continue. So there are people who are volunteers. Because karma alone, with karma alone, we all have a sort of a place in a society. And therefore work is essential. So the first priority is we have to choose a life of working. And the second priority is, now we are talking about the approach to that life. So there are people who are renouncers. Now this chapter we will not deal with renouncers. We want to talk about the common man who is involved in his day-to-day life and who is living a normal family life and who is not a renounced sannyasi, but a common man, a family man. He needs to work. So there is no escape from that. You have to voluntarily take up work as your part of routine if you are a family person. Now, in this normal way of living, the approach towards work has to be correct. So what should be the approach? First is, whatever we are doing, we have to aim at final concept of liberation or enlightenment or yes, because we are all going to end someday physically, and we have to make this journey. So while making the journey, the prime aim, the prime or the main focused aim of life has to be to get enlightened. Just like we have a destination to go to. Maybe we are traveling, we are going towards university, or we are going to, say, Bombay. And then we come across various stations, and we are tempted to step down for 2 minutes to relax ourselves, and we board the train again. But we don't leave the focus that we have to reach Bombay. Similarly, in life, we have to understand that man is destined to aim at, or he is expected to aim at, final enlightenment. Whatever happens, he is expected to aim. If somebody asks me or asks you, what are you on earth for? We realize that in earlier chapter we saw that gods are enlightened. They know what they are here for. So now we don't know the cause why we are here for, but we can give ourselves a cause in life. We can give ourselves a cause in life, and we can say that we would like to be enlightened in life and have liberation, get liberation at the point of death. So these are the few aims which can be like a general aim in society is be educated, be hardworking. These are general aims of life. Similarly, enlightenment and liberation should be the general aim of any person on earth. So that has to be there. So first we saw working way of life is to be chosen by a common man. Second, he should remember that his final aim has to be liberation and enlightenment. It almost means the same, but yet there will be a little difference So we will deal with it later. But it is final liberation and enlightenment and working towards it. You work your way towards it. Now, there are just two disciplines which are to be given to our mind here while you are working. Again, we have already said earlier that have duty-oriented life rather than desire-oriented. So there, I again underline the same here. So whenever you are working, you need to remember that it is not based on likes and dislikes. It has to be based on duty-oriented concept. So first you have to choose working as your way of life. Second, you have to understand that you are going to work your way up to getting enlightened. And third, you have to don't worry about loving and not loving. You do it as if you owe it to yourself. Of course, since you are a part of a mankind, a society around you, you need to have one more nature, one more attitude in your life, and that is being compassionate towards mankind. So our approach to life, what should be our approach to life? Basically, you have to be working. Secondly, you have to aim for liberation. Third, you have to act as a duty in life. Your work should be like a duty. You must work for some cause. Yes, you must work for some good cause. That is important. Now we have doctors and we have thieves or robbers. Now doctors also need to cut the abdomen for an operation or cut the body for operation. And even the thieves who come in, they don't get what they want. They want to pierce a knife in you. So, but the purpose is very different. The objectives differ. So, for a person who is born as human being, this is important that you choose working as your way of life. You aim for liberation. You work as duty more than as desire. And fourth, be compassionate towards mankind. Now, this is the actual key message. Now, what is it going to train you for? Now, these four, if you keep it in mind, it's going to ahead and train you for something. What is it going to train you for? The last moment of your life, where there is a continuous desperate feeling of wanting to survive, and because you are helpless and you cannot survive, you might get angry. So it's like it's training you. These four aspects which are told to you, the approach to life, is going to gradually train you to put up a brave front on the last moment of your life. Now that final end is inevitable. Inevitable. So we might as well train ourselves. So how to train ourselves? How to make that end easy is you have a correct approach to your life. You must work your way. You must work towards liberation. You must do work as if it's your duty. And finally, you must have compassion for mankind. Now, these are simple messages which are there in Bhagavad-gīta chapter 5. There are many beautiful key sentences in that. There is a very nice clue which is given in Bhagavad-gīta. It is when you are almost parting from your life, how to part. This is the mudra which I would suggest to you all. Of course, I'm sure there's a long way for all of you to live, but I have mentioned about it in one of my earlier cassettes, where it deals with the Shastra of Shivaswarodaya, and this is the mudra when you keep this particular mudra, the breath is kept here and it escapes very conveniently from here, and which is a perfect entrance and exit. So we will come to it some other time. Today, let us have a correct approach to our life, the working life. All of us need to work. Because we are a part of a society which needs to keep moving. This is Swami Radhikananda from Pune. Don't forget to pick up my book, Bhagavad-gita, A Message to a Warrior. The picture of it is given on my intro and outro. And there are two pictures. One is Marathi text and the English. Marathi will soon find its way on Kindle. Please friends, if those who are genuinely wanting to study, pick up those books. Yes, thank you. Now we'll touch chapter 6 in a day or two. This is Swami Radhikanand from Pune.